It's the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, we've got Aaron Rodgers. He was excellent a week ago.
The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here come the Giants, led out by their former 6th overall pick out of Duke back in 2019. Daniel Jones under center.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
Now Jones. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
So this matchup, the second of 3 games in London this year. Vikings and Saints were here last week, and then the Broncos and Jags, they'll be at Wembley at the end of the month. Plus this year, remember, a 4th European game, our first one ever in Munich, Germany. And it'll be the Bucs and the Seahawks November 13th.
To throw again on second down. Jones.
Now that's into the hands of Mo Alley Cox, the tight end.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Throwing, Jones.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. On 4th down, Jamie Gillen on to punt for the Giants.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10.
Green Bay's offense trots out, and just as it has been since week 1 of the 2008 season, Aaron Rodgers leads the way, now in his 18th year in the National Football League.
It was fun getting ready for this game, wasn't it? Because normally we talk to the coaches and the players. I think you and I asked to talk to the trainer to see how his arm is going to be.
A lot of ice after last week.
After last week's game, boy, what a performance that was. And you know who else is having fun? Receivers. Because they get a chance to do what they do best, which is go out and catch the ball.
Yeah, and that last week effort, he threw for well over 400 yards. The numbers for Jones last week, north of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
On play action, now Rodgers. That's going to be caught. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Christian Watson,
his 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Packers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That, too.
And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Off-play action. Jones.
Pass is caught by Wan'Dale Robinson.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
First down earned by Wan'Dale Robinson, and the New York Giants were very excited to bring him in from the University of Kentucky. A weapon as a receiver, he turned into a running back after the catch, and it's no surprise he played both positions in Nebraska and Kentucky. Big-time production in college, third among all college players last season with 104 catches. He picks up another catch there for the New York Giants.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Jones throw taken in by Slayton.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we could at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, this is a guy who runs with such balance and control. I mean, he went through that early contact just like he was driving over a speed bump, and he's able to continue his way downfield and wind up in the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. From the 6.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive.
Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next. That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
The Packers at 3-1 here through the first 4 games, and they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
Hey, 626.
On play action, Rodgers. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
Rodgers will try again on 2nd down.
He'll drop this underneath for Jones.
And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. From midfield, here's Rodgers. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. pass incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw pulled in by Robinson here. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. On 2nd down, it's Hill. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after one. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. They'll try and run for it with Hill. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Back to throw. Jones into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to take over here up near the 40.
Well, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. On 2nd and 7, Rodgers. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown! A great play there. 58 yards. And the Packers have taken the lead. Crosby with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Coming up in prime time here in Week 5, a couple of division rivalries on the docket. Beginning tonight in the AFC North with the Bengals and Ravens from Baltimore at 8:20 Eastern. Then tomorrow, Monday Night Football, Raiders and Chiefs from Arrowhead in the AFC West.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That one goes for 24 yards.
In man coverage, your #1 cardinal rule, don't get beat deep. And that's why the comeback route is so effective, because that's how they're selling it, Brandon. Taking you all the way upfield before breaking.
Packer pressure, and down he goes.
No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Jones' throw on target to Shepard. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Again, it's Hill. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Jones off the play fake.
Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Jaquan Brisker brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career.
And looky there, Charles, just acquired, already making an impact on the defensive side of the football.
Maybe not a superstar, but he does a few things well, and I think they'll emphasize that in his new role with this team.
Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
Here's Aaron Jones in the offense, trotting back out. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, 620, jump out! Get 300, get 300.
Now Rodgers. He'll complete this one to Watson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. And again, it's Rodgers. And Watson has it right side.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Rodgers now on 1st down.
This one swung out here to Jones. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers, he'll take a shot for the end zone. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes.
And the Packers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Giants now going to take over late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it, down by 2 scores.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
When you run into slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll run straight ahead with Hill. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got it at the 15. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Hey, 626, come out!
Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. This is caught.
Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick.
A final shot before half for Rodgers.
He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers.
4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers.
And the Packers will extend their lead on the final play of the half.
You knew time was going to run out, so this had to be in the end zone, and somehow they were able to find a window and get it done.
Very easy for us to talk about up here that, yes, all that had to happen, but when time's running down, sometimes your brain compresses a little bit too. They showed great poise, understanding of situation.
Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half.
And the half will begin with a touchback.
So here are the Packers now to take over. They defeated the Patriots last week, now looking to make it 2 in a row here as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Rodgers now on 1st down. The left side completion to Jones.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Rodgers on fire. His 5th touchdown pass of the ball game. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And they open the lead up now to 25. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it ends with a Packers touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Escaping the pressure, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Rashawn Gary has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game. But that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays. And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Hey, 26.
Now Rodgers. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Go to 50. Hey, you
Throwing is Rodgers on third down.
Quick slant to Watson.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Rodgers to throw for it on fourth. He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there. His third touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Packers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Crosby with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The drive summary that time, 5 plays.
And it was all capped off by a touchdown catch from Christian Watson. This will be fielded inside the 5. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The New York set to take the field. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Now a dump off here complete. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the third down stop. Now Jones. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for New York. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The Packers offense set to go. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
On second down, it's Jones. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Rodgers now to throw.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
13 yards, good for a giant first down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play. Welcome back now here in London. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Throwing Jones. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Well, I wish this staff luck as they try to find positives about this performance by their offense as we move through the early part of the fourth quarter. That sack, the latest example. Down by a boatload, this offense simply can't keep up, and the quarterback is still taking hits. I'd get the backups in there if it were me.
Jones now throwing on 3rd and long.
A quick pass here has got Shepard.
And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
Well, he's had the interception woes in this one, Charles, and that time a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire that he still will challenge defenders downfield, even though the ball's been in jeopardy a few times in this game.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander.
And the Packers are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
When you're backed up this deep, sometimes defenses sacrifice coverage for pass rush because they know you can only go so far on your pass drop. You get the back of the end zone. So they came after him. He took the shot downfield. He didn't connect. But, boy, that was force against force.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Drops it to Jones in the flat. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. And that will be incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the 1st. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones hits his target, the tight end, Mo Alley Cox. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line.
Chase Young
picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Back to throw. Joe, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the ball is going to wind up out of bounds, so they will lose yardage, but they'll keep the football.
You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking,
and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And now off to the races down the right side. And into the end zone. It's a pick-6 and a Packer touchdown.
well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense. And certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Giants ready to come out now.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. After the pick-6, they go right back to the air, eluding the pressure right, and he'll just get rid of it.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Jones' throw pulled in by Robinson here.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Now a hit and a loose football. Inside the 20. And it's a defensive return for a late touchdown. So they still need somewhat of a miracle here, but at least that gets them a little bit closer.
And that touchdown there, it's not going to get them a win. It makes things a little more respectable.
Yeah, a little more palatable going out in this ball game. A little something to build on going into the next game, but it won't alter the final score.
I'm not lying.
Extra point try good by Gano as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And a fair catch taken here at the 5-yard line. Interesting. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the 4th. Rodgers throwing here. He's going to let this one go deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Working from the gun, Rodgers.
A check down here to Jones.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And quickly, they get to the line.
26. Hey, check 26.
Rodgers again now.
This is caught. It's Christian Watson.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Shotgun now for Rodgers.
He's got the hook up with Dobbs. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Rodgers. Toward the pylon, caught. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Crosby connects on the extra point, and this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Jones in trouble here, and down he goes.
And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
Jones now. They're bringing a blitz.
He's going to let it fly. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
Charles, a lot of happy